we ask the Telefonnummer. Wie ist Ihre for formal oder deine for informal. Telephone, that is Telefonnummer. Telefonnummer means a mobile telephone if you have that landline. And if you have mobile, you would say Hindi number. Mobile is called Hindi. Hindi. Please don't call it Handi. I have heard students making it Handi. It's not Handi, it's Hindi. Make a habit of using it because normally handy, you would say, ma'am, handy is there, so why it is not handy? But it's German switch, they have not called it handy, it's Hindi. So we have to also say the same, Hindi number. So now you have here 1-8, which is Huron based on telephone number. Please try to note it down.
0, 1,
Are
2,
please give them some time
3.
to be prepared. My God. Okay, so the first one is eins, a. No, okay, that he is reading the numbers. Sorry, my fault. Next one, 1.9. That is 1.9. Yeah. So here you have the telephone number von Herr Klein und Frau Groß. So let's see what number they have. 9. Yeah. Here.
1,
Guten Tag, Hotel Zentral.
Guten Tag, Philipp Klein. Ich möchte Frau Berg sprechen.
Frau Berg ist nicht da. Kann sie zurückrufen?
Ja, bitte.
Wie ist Ihre Nummer, bitte?
0159 82 34 607.
Also 0159 82 34 607?
Ja, vielen Dank.
Yeah. So, was ist Ihre Telefonnummer bitte? Herr Kleins Telefonnummer? Samriddhi?
Can you replay the audio again? I was reconnected.
Okay.
Ja, bitte.
Wie ist Ihre Nummer?
Yeah, here.
Frau Berg ist nicht da. Kann sie zurückrufen?
Ja, bitte.
Wie ist Ihre Nummer, bitte?
0159 82 34 607.
Also 0159 82 34 607?
Ja, vielen Dank.
Okay. So now jetzt, who can tell me the number?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
According to me, the number is 015 982 34607.
Ashwin, well, what did you have?
Same.
Same. Samriddhi?
The same number.
Yeah, das ist richtig. 0159, that is the code 0159 8234 607. Very good. Let's see the number for Gross. Frau Gross.
2,
Guten Tag, Hotel Zentral.
Guten Tag, Petra Groß. Ich möchte Frau Müller sprechen.
Frau Müller ist nicht da. Kann sie zurückrufen?
Ja, bitte.
Wie ist Ihre Telefonnummer, bitte?
0157 83 16 924.
0157 83 16 924?
Ja, das ist richtig. Vielen Dank.
Ja, das ist richtig. Vielen Dank. So bitte, Samriddhi, dieses Mal bitte. Nummer?
Yeah. 015 783 16924.
Richtig? Die beide haben auch die gleiche Antwort. You have the same answer? Yeah, Ashwin?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So which means understanding the single number is no more a big deal now, but it's always a good thing to understand numbers in couplets. So I'll give you another exercise we will do together wherein you have to understand the numbers in couplets. That means in pairs, because that is it. That is what difficult is. Now in this chapter, we don't have anything more. As homework, You have to do page number 14 and 15. Ashwin, if you don't get the book by chance, then I would send you the photo. In 14 and 15, it's basically your book vocabulary building, nothing more in search of grammatic. It's like you have to find out the language, and like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this page. You have 6 people and something written about the 6 people. So you have to read the text. You know how to read it. For example, let me give an example. The first one is Olivia Miller kommt aus den USA. Sie wohnt in San Francisco. Sie spricht English und Deutsch. Sie lernt Spanish. So now lernen expression, you all know the meaning now. So it's not difficult for you to understand that what this sentence means. It means Olivia Miller kommt aus den USA. Olivia Miller, that is a lady's name. She comes from USA. Sie wohnt in San Francisco. She lives in San Francisco. Sie spricht English und Deutsch. She speaks German and English. Sie lernt Spanish. So what does the last sentence means? Sie lernt Spanish.
She's learning Spanish.
Yeah, she's learning Spanish, or she's learning Spanish basically. So you have to learn the table for Olivia is already filled. You can see kommt aus USA, wohnt in San Francisco, spricht, that means she speaks English and Deutsch, and learned Spanish. So similarly, you have to read for the other people and have to fill their table. Yeah. In this way, you would be knowing how do we call the countries in German. For example, USA. And please, whenever you are writing the country's name, if there is an article given there, please write the article along with it. Why do we need to write the article? That I tell you in the next class. But then try to finish up this thing. And in the question number B, in the page number 15, there is a question number B. We have some country given here. You have to arrange the language of that particular country. For example, Deutschland. So the language is Deutsch. For Österreich is Austria. So Austria is again a German-speaking country. So language is again German. Yeah, Austria में भी लोग Germany बोलते हैं. So you can arrange it from here as a guess. And if you are not sure about a country, you can search it in the dictionary or in the internet that which language has been spoken in Brazilian. Brazilian means Brazil. So your work is to write down the like the vocabulary, the new words you are getting here, the country name. It's a basic vocabulary building thing. So do it accordingly, right? If you are unable to get any vocabulary, I'll give you a name of the dictionary, which you need to keep it to yourself handy, because it's very important in German. You need to find out a lot of meanings yourself. Every noun, that is dict.cc. Note down and download this dictionary from the Play Store, and you can find out the English meaning of a German word, the German meaning of an English word with article. Yeah, when all the nouns with articles are given there. So download this dictionary and you can search for any meaning that you are unable to find in the book. And if you think the meaning is not clear from the dictionary, you can always ask me that, ma'am, I searched for this thing, but I couldn't find the meaning. So please tell me. Another thing, this is the workbook we did, sorry, this is the course book we did in the class. Now in the workbook, you have lots of exercises in the workbook. So your work is that you have Saturday, Sunday. Please try to complete the workbook. Yeah, I will explain which is most important that you need to do first. So attempt those questions first, complete it first, and then do the remaining ones. So I'll explain in the audio which questions you need to do it from the workbook. I'll tell you that tomorrow in the morning. And then in these 2 days, try to complete the workbook so that whatever you have learned so far, introduction, conjugation, telephone number, Salen, you can revise everything. And then after completing the workbook, all the doubts and everything that if you may have in or you might have, we can discuss that on Monday. That is our thing. Yeah. And Monday we'll start with chapter number 2. So in this chapter, you learned about the greetings. You learned about the numbers. You learned how to introduce yourself, how to introduce somebody else, third person. We also learned about how do we listen to the phone number and we write it. How do we talk about the email address? How do we ask? Okay, one more thing. On Monday, I will do this question answer round. Okay, but not me. You will do it with yourself. Yeah. For example, first Sana and Samriddhi will do. Sana will ask Samriddhi the questions. What is your name? Where do you come from? What is your telephone number? What is your mobile number? And Sana will answer. Then again, Sana will put up the question to Ashwin, and then Ashwin will answer like this. So we will do a dialogue play on Monday. So that dialogue playing will be a practice of the speaking, a speaking thing we will do on Monday based on the things that you have learned in chapter 1. So revise everything. Let me know what the doubts you have so that I can clarify on Monday. And then if everything goes well, then we will start with second chapter on Monday. Is this clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any question now do you have for me?
Yeah. Can you please pronounce the Österreich word again?
Yeah. Okay. Austria. That is the English word. And we have the German word. Okay. Now, I will not pronounce it. Just remember the pronunciation for O umlaut. What is the pronunciation for O umlaut, Samriddhi?
Yo. It's goes
Yo.
to yo.
Now, yeah, do it. If you know the O pronunciation, then you can do it. Break it in two
Yeah.
parts. Three. Yeah.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. Yours.
Der
Yeah.
Reich.
Österreich. Richtig. Why do you need me for pronunciation? I can be there for rectification, but then you can always do it yourself, right? So it's Österreich. 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 Yeah. Similarly, okay. Yeah, how do we say this? Ashwin?
Japan. Japan.
Yeah, it's Japan. It's Japan. Yeah, now it's for Sana. How do we say this? This is for Turkey.
P-O-N, no, in German. I've heard it, I think it's Japan.
No, it's Japan. Not it's Japan. The spelling is same, only this J becomes here. Yeah. Sana, and let me know the pronunciation for Turkey. Just remember the pronunciation for O umlaut and how do we say EI in German, the sound, the vowel combination EI, and then you're good to go.
It should be your Kai.
Very good. It's Turkai. It's Turkai. You already know the pronunciation, so I should not write it. Turkai. Okay. Yeah, Samriddhi. For Algeria, how do we say Algeria in German?
Algerian.
Algerian. Richtig. It's Algerian. Very good. And the last one. Okay, it's not so tough, but still, Ashwin.
Spanian.
Yeah, Spanian. Very good. Okay, let's give you a tricky one. Mm-hmm. No.
Portuguesisch.
Yeah, now.
Portuguesisch.
Portuguese, are you sure? Or
Portuguesisch.
why tu? It's not umlaut. Why you're saying it tu?
Oh, Portuguesisch.
Portuguese. Portuguese. That is Portuguese. So Portuguese. Very good. And last one. Let's see how you go with this. Yeah. Sana.
Rusland.
Yeah. Just the people of Russia, they not people of Russia, the Germans, they call it Russland. Russland. Like, it's like R again. So R is like a whole thing for them. So they Ruslan, a little bit of kharash ke saath, Ruslan kind of. But it's okay if you can call it Rusland as well, not an issue. So yeah, you're so good with the pronunciation right now. So I don't think there is something I need to tell you here. Yeah, complete the exercises. Do try to find the languages and the country's name. Try to pronounce it, which you are doing it yourself. That's not something I'm concerned about. So yeah, it's nothing that I felt something gave me some sort of difficulty in the first chapter. It was very smooth, and I think you felt the same. If I'm tell me if I'm wrong. The first chapter was smooth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so good. The first chapter was smooth, and so will be the other chapters. Obviously, the difficulty level with it would increase because you are proceeding with a level. So obviously, there would something. A lot of new things will come to your way. But yeah, always remember it is not something very difficult that you cannot do. You just need to have some sort of patience, because while learning a language we have a lot of questions. Why this, why not this, why this? But then hold on to your questions. Let me explain first, and then if you think you have not got the explanation for something, then you can simply ask me that, ma'am, I haven't got the explanation for this thing, please repeat again or give us the explanation for this thing. But still, language is something that you need to have a lot of patience in order to learn it properly. So if you have patience, if you have the interest, then nothing is difficult. That's what it is. On Monday we shall begin with chapter 2, and your work will be to finish off with the remaining exercises of chapter 1 from the workbook as well. I'll give you the homework, written homework in the group, what exactly or which questions you need to do first in the workbook. Do it, and then you can always send me for rectification, or I'll send you the answer book of the workbook. Check your answers, but if you have the answer book, don't try to copy the answers. Yeah, you can check your answers and let me know that, ma'am, I made this answer wrong and the answer was something else. So please, could you please tell us that why it is wrong? I can happily do that, but copying and pasting the answer will not help you in the long run. So don't do that. Yeah, so that's all for today.